Hello, today we continue with the same tournament. Last time we analyzed some hands from the semi-final table and now we will look at the play on the FT. This was a very big field tournament and pay jumps are huge, so ICM should be king here. After the last video you probably would expect even tighter play, but this didn't happen. And most of the mistakes actually came from playing too loose. Our first hand starts with 6 players left and everyone except chip leader on big blind has around 20 bigs. We see a raise from the cutoff with 8-6 suited. This is a clear mistake. He shouldn't even consider opening this kind of hand versus 3 reshoving stacks. Blockers are much more important here than playability post-flop, so if he would want to widen his range, he should focus mostly on suited kings or offsuit aces. Then we see a call on the button with ace-8 off. This is an even bigger disaster. First of all, he shouldn't be calling in this spot at all, and should split his range into small 3-bet and rejams with only a little bit more than 10% of hands. This hand actually could be played as a small 3-bet from time to time using its blocker. If he wants to call, he should do it with some traps and best suited broadways. This hand is awful against a raise, because he has to fold to potential squeeze and plays terribly post-flop. Next hand again we see a raise from the cutoff and this is perfectly fine open. As in the example before, blockers are very important. And again we see a player on the button set mining with less than 25 big blinds. On those shallow stacks this is very bad. Actually, he should fold hands as strong as pocket 8s, and similar to hand before, this is a spot where we don't want to have calling range at all. If he wants to continue, jamming this hand wouldn't be the end of the world. And now the last example of similar situation. We have a raise from the hijack with pocket deuces. This is a bit too wide, especially when he is no longer chip leader and is covered by big blind. He can't call 3-bets, on such shallow stacks he doesn't have good implied odds, and as we see everyone is calling too wide, so it's not like he has more fold equity than he should. And again we see a player on the button calling, this time with king 10 off. This is very bad, same as before, he shouldn't call here at all. But I guess everyone plays poker to see flops. This isn't like one player has this specific league, because every bet button call we saw came from a different person. Even hands as strong as king queen off should be mostly folding here. Let's move to another topic, and that is the sizing of 3-bets. We didn't see many of them because everyone was so call happy, but I have 2 examples from different ends of the spectrum. First hand starts with a raise from the cutoff on 20 big blinds. This is an okay open, but we can see that the solver mixes it with jamming. I'd prefer to go all in with this hand, especially after what we saw before. We don't want to invite players with hands like ace-8 off or king 10 off with this hand. Now action is on big blind and he should be pretty tight here. His bubble factor against cutoff is very big because he is covered and there are 2 shorter stacks than him. He has king jack off and decided to 3-bet it for very weird sizing, for almost half of his stack. He still should have 2 sizings here, small and all in, but this one makes no sense. Does he ever fold after 4-bet? As we saw here, probably not, so why not just jam? Does he want to induce with this hand? I have no idea what he had in mind, except that he was in a hurry for a train home. King jack off anyway isn't a good candidate to 3-bet and solver is always calling with it. It is 3-betting small only with queens plus and ace king, balancing it with some offsuit aces, and then jamming all hands he doesn't want to 3-bet and fold, like low pairs, suited broadways and some low suited aces. Cutoff jammed and that is probably okay, but it's on the edge and if big blind is never folding, and we saw during the whole tournament that he was very happy calling, and this was his first 3-bet, folding here would probably be a better play. Our last hand starts with an open from the button and it's followed by 3-bet from the small blind. Here we have a different problem, the sizing is just too small and generates almost no fold equity. Also, this hand doesn't play very well out of position, so jamming it would be much better play here. This is all I have for you today. As you can see, players on low stakes make big blunders, and they all start from preflop play. And that is the foundation of playing good poker. It's also the easiest part to learn. This also shows how soft poker is on live settings in this buying range, so you don't need to be Steven Chidwick to beat it. All it takes is some study and practice. All these players will have a great tool to learn, because Poker Academy was a sponsor of this festival and everyone who reached the FT got a subscription to our app. I hope you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and see you next time. Bye!